Most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree? I'm jacked.
I'm jacked to the tits!
Hi there guys, welcome back into another session. Hope everyone is having a brilliant start to the week. Ethereum, back from the dead? What are we thinking? Is it back? Back for good? 18% up in the last 24 hours on ETF speculation. The news feed seems to be running a little bit similar to how Bitcoin did before Bitcoin got its ETF approvals. So a little bit of volatility expected in the next 12-24 hours, I would think, but let's have a little review of what's going on. Today what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at Bitcoin. Big dog Bitcoin as usual, and the levels we need to keep an eye on as we push up into the range highs. We're going to have a look at ETH, and I want to have a look at Solana as well. Okay, so let's run through a few things. So yeah, yesterday, increase in odds of spot Ether ETF approval, 75% up from 25%. If the Wall Street boys think there's money to be made in this ETF approval, they are going to get it approved. I don't care what the SEC says, okay? So, yeah, all good. If the ETF instruments they are using are all spot-based as well, I know they won't all be spot-based. There will be some derivatives in there, but that's going to be good as well, okay? So, yeah, nice news yesterday. Let's keep an eye on the feed today as well, because we're already hitting more news today. Okay, SEC asks exchanges to update the 19B-4 filings on accelerated basis for spot ETFs. Okay, Ethereum ETFs. And again, following a similar pattern to what Bitcoin did before its approval. Okay, so yeah, interesting. Danger sausage in the United Kingdom? What's that all about? Danger sausage? Don't know, is that a ticker we need to be trading maybe? I'll have a look after this. Right, let's go then. Okay, so if you watched last week's video, cheers guys, thanks a lot, appreciate it. We were thinking last week was going to be a bit of a big week for Bitcoin, weren't we? We were looking for a little bit of a push up. So I posted this yesterday, but basically that area there, that demand zone at the monthly open was where we were last week at last week's video. And we really wanted to see a push up and start to create a higher low from this area on the 4-hour basis in this overall range on Bitcoin, okay? There's nothing up for debate, to be honest. Bitcoin was in a 4-hour range. Yes, you were moving down here. You were slightly trending down, obviously. And if you were looking at a 1-hour basis or lower time frames, then, you know, you could have been a little bit worried here. But anytime you're in a range like this, as long as you keep finding bid, you keep finding bid, up the range lows. As a range trader, that's when you apply a bit of risk on. So last week, from the video and the live, we were looking at just confirming this zone really. And what we're saying is, look, we need to confirm this zone and just have a little push up, okay? That's what we've got. We've had a little bit of selling here at these classic resistance levels, which is actually the range POC and weekly open back here as well. You don't even need to know that, to be honest. Just look left, okay? Just look left. You got your classic resistance levels. So we've got this nice push up from the monthly open and the value area low of the range, okay? So yesterday, tweeted out quickly, spot offers just above price as we try to flip this POC resistance from the weekly open. Slight rise in funding and OI profile. To be expected, to be honest. You're going to get that on any kind of expansion, you know? Don't let it scare you too much out of positions. But hold this zone and the value area high is open for attack. Have a great week. Banana. Cheers, Raul. So yeah, weekly open down here. We wanted to see a resistance support flip. Subsequently, we started to push up. Okay, so that's our weekly open, 1-hour basis time frame, and we push up. Woke up this morning, we've actually attacked the 70k, 71k weekly NPOC higher as well. So really, really good from Bitcoin. Nice push up. Most bigger assets pushed up with ETH on the back of that news as well. So all good to see, to be honest. Right, quick look then. Just a quick look. Total 3. Okay, so total 3 market cap, excluding BTC and ETH. Nice push up as well. got the old Livermore funnel on here, because I think in the coming months and years, I think we're going to trillions, to be honest, for the next couple of years. So old Livermore funnel on the total 3 looking good. What do we see from BTCD? BTC dominance. Bit of a dubious draw this. I don't like to do classic TA on these kind of instruments. Okay, but BTC dom coming down slightly now. So does BTC have a little bit of a battle in this zone now? Okay, find a few more offers. Does it churn out its resistance? And then we'll push on from there. Let's go and have a look at some order flow in the TRDR console and see what we can foresee for the next 12, 24 hours. Right, so here we are, guys. TRDR console. If you're unfamiliar with this platform, best data out there, go grab a link from below, join the socials. Everyone's great team behind this console, and yeah, great Discord, great Telegram socials as well. Everyone very, very helpful. Right, let's have a look at some order flows. So here we are. We know where we've come from. Where are we going? We're just hitting this weekly NPOC, and open interest and funding is slightly rising as we float up here. I've got no doubt that you get a bit of retail FOMO in this area, so I would fully expect a little bit of chop. Maybe confirm this value area, high area before any kind of continuation up. If you've got any risk on from a lot lower, I think you're pretty safe, to be honest, okay? If we then just go and have a look at some order blocks, what are we seeing? So here we go. We've got a few order blocks from Binance Spot just following up there in that 67k zone, but nothing major of significance. If we look at the overall aggregation, we're slightly coming into a supply zone now, and then you just look at your ratios here, we can see that there. Okay, so Bitstamp have got some selling, Coinbase Pro have got quite a bit of selling, to be honest, and they're defending 75k above. It wouldn't surprise me if we go and punish these guys, to be honest. You know, make them work. That's what I always say. Where if you listen to me on the live stream, go and make them work. Go and fill it. Okay. Gemini Twins supply. Kraken have got some supply above. Okay. So, but nice to see. What we want to see now, if you're going to grind this area out. Again, as much as you want the offers, make these guys work for their offers, you want the bid side to follow up as well, okay? So just like we're seeing Kraken here, it'd be nice to see this from a few more exchanges, get these offers to float up with some dynamic bid and push on. Not too much to see from Qcoin. Let's have a look at Perps. So Perps have just got a few offers here that we may or may not fill around that 72.5-ish area there on Perps. And they've got a little bit dynamic bid moving up, but these order blocks that were down here have just dissipated now, okay? We really want to see those follow up like we did here, okay? You want to see this sort of pattern here, move up into here if we do get any down move. All right, guys. So, yeah, a bit of choppiness maybe on Bitcoin in the next 12, 24 hours. Especially when you've had such a powerful move like that, you're probably going to get a bit of FOMO longs really trying to pile in. So a little bit of wickiness in here to be expected. We'll see what the US session volume gives us, okay? Right, let's have a look at Ethereum. Is it back from the dead after this mega push? So a quick look at order flow before we go and look at the range and what kind of breakout it's had. Okay, so what we've got here, we've got an obvious level here at 4k, okay, round numbers, obvious level, but this is kind of what you want to see on Bitcoin as well, and any of the other assets that you've got risk exposure to. You want to see these order blocks move up to meet price, okay? So either these entities have not got a fill, or they want to fill some more. Let's see these guys push up and try and get a fill as well, okay? So, yeah, Ethereum, a little bit diddle in the middle here, as I would say. Not too much to see right here, right now. If we just go to the 4-hour chart, here's your range where you've come from. So, yes, you were definitely downtrending and certainly harder than what Bitcoin was. But you did a similar thing to Bitcoin here. You started to form this range, okay? And again, every time you hit the lows, really nice, okay? So these green circles are from our OBD alerts, okay? So this is a mixture of ETH diamond alerts and ETH group spot alerts, okay? Non-repainting, not momentum indicators, not AI Schiller indicators, pure raw data from the order book onto your chart, okay? Just a warning to say, go and have a look. You might want to get a bit of risk on. The same as you get to the sell side. Go and have a look. You might want to take a bit of risk off and possibly hedge a short, okay, guys? So, not as clean a range from ETH, I would say, but it's still performed well. And if we're looking at the classic trend line here, a little bit dubious, that trend line, because yes, I've got the old H&A candles on. I know you all love those. But you even had a little bit of a classic retest of this trendline break before you pushed up. Red circles, you're just starting to hit a little bit of supply, okay? So certainly don't chase green candles. But if you've got risk on from these lows, you are looking pretty shit hot, as we would say over here, okay? Long may it continue. I think we could be in for a little bit of a volatile, busy summer as traders, investors, like I mentioned in last week's video, okay, guys? Right, let's go and have a look at Soy Boy. All right, let's go and have a look at Solana. Where's it coming from? So I'm just on the perps chart at the minute, and I'm just going to flick you to the daily chart. Okay, let me just reset that. Okay, so we're still trending very, very kind of big expansion overall, really. And again, just like Total 3, you've kind of got this funnel pattern going on, okay? I'm not going to keep this on here, and I would never trade from this, to be honest. But you've got this, this funnel pattern going on. What do you see? Range lows on Sol, big fat deviation down to low, catches bid, comes up, volleys back down, hits the POC. I'm just going to extend that slightly, actually, because I want to see where it went to. I might have to just redraw that. I'll go to the 4 hour second. But yeah, basically came back down, POC, found more bid, deviation, grabbed some liquidity, back down to trend line, and away you go. Sol chart is one of the best out there, despite it being quite high. You know, if you think this 140, 150 is high, that's fine. But if you're watching the order flow and you're seeing it's catching bid at a trend line or something like that, or, you know, range lows, I think it looks really good, to be honest. Let me just drop to a 4 hour and quickly just redraw that range. And I just want to show you how it catches that POC for the bid fixed range. Okay, let me just draw that in. Yeah, so basically came back down. Let me just redraw that. So that's your value area high, and you can see you've got sells into the value area high, value area high, value area high, sells, value area lows. Obviously, this changes as the range develops, okay? But this is your range on Sol. So you've come back from those highs back up. At that point, you came down 700 4-hour EMA. Okay, on moving average, catches an initial bid there, then gets that massive deviation, similar to what Bitcoin did. It grabs all that liquidity from, you know, not kind of really stretching the range lows did Sol on there, okay, but caught a bid. That is a Soy Alt Diamond Pro top level, okay. Don't be an alert trader, because it obviously did wick lower, but it's just telling you, Nick, we're in demand here. You might want to go and have a look at the charts and put a bit of risk on. Really, really volleyed up the same way Bitcoin did. Range highs, come back. We need some confirmation. Let's just auction. Let's auction this center range again. Okay, this POC area, and then see what we get. So we're starting to get bid in there. It volleyed up. We weren't quite ready in the market. BTC, ETH not ready either. We come back down. What do? 700 moving average again. We found some bid in there. And then I'll show you that. We found some bid in here, just coming down, getting some bid. Low open interest, negative funding, really low open interest right before the move up. Really, really nice, okay? And then, yeah, you've just smashed these value area highs. What do you need to do now? Classic levels, look left. You don't even know. I mean, I've not even put NPOCs or weekly opens on stuff like alts, really. I tend to just put those on BTC, and then, you know, with the altcoins, just look left, grab some levels. Yeah, maybe come down. Let's confirm this kind of zone on Sol as well. You know, maybe then get a further expansion up before coming back down to trend at a later time in the month or year. That could be quite nice. Let's keep an eye on that. All right. What we'll do is we'll be live at the US session in the TRDR Discord. Grab a link from below and join us in there. Okay. And then we'll do another live session on YouTube on Thursday. Okay. Could be a bit of a choppy day. Don't chase green candles, especially when open interest and funding is on the rise. Yeah, be a bit more picky. Pick your fights today. Maybe a little bit more scalpy in and out. Have a look for some altcoins that have maybe not moved. We can do that later on in the live session. All right, guys, look. Dirt Chase Green Candles, I'll say, could be a bit of a chop zone. Join us this week on the live sessions. I hope everyone has a brilliant week, and we'll speak soon. Cheers, guys.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat, that's a nice shirt. Do they make it for men?